So I see lots of golfers who tell me they swing too quickly. But strangely, I don't find any golfers who tell me they hit the ball too far. Now in today's video, I'm going to show you a little secret that's going to help you swing the club slower, but hit the ball further than ever before. So when we watch the best players in the world hit their iron shots, it's just unbelievable how they make those swings and they look absolutely effortless. They create great clubhead speed, strike the ball solidly, and hit the ball the kind of distances most golfers dream about. But I think most golfers get frustrated that if they're playing well, they'll set up to the golf ball, make their swings, and kind of feel that they get the ball at target. So it's nice and accurate, but the ball goes nowhere even though it's straight. But with all the information out there now, we're very aware that if we want the golf ball to go further, we need to get the club moving faster. This is where it starts falling down. Golfers try and hit the ball harder, and by making those quicker swings, even when they put tons and tons of effort in, they feel they don't really see much pickup and they start losing that accuracy. But when you look at the impact positions that amateur golfers and elite ball strikers get into, it's very, very different. So if you look at an amateur player, very much as they get back into impact, particularly poor ball strikers, you tend to see that they're very much in line with the ball. There's no real shaft lean, and very often that club face is a little bit open. Whereas the best players in the world, you see lots more shaft lean, the body much more towards the target, and everything turned out of the way. And the big thing the best players do is they de-loft the club into impact, which gets the energy moving more efficiently from the club head to the ball. So I'm going to work on a little drill today that's going to make something easy to begin with that you won't need to think about, but can get you moving your body properly. Then we can teach you the little move you need to hit the kind of shots. So the first thing we're going to do is we're actually going to set up with the club face nice and square to the ball's target line, and then we're going to lift the club up in front, and we're going to close that club face a little bit. Then take the grip, so as you put the club down, that club face is definitely pointing off to the left. And the idea with this drill is if I make a normal swing, as good as the strike will be, the club face will be closed and the ball will disappear off to the left like that. So with that club face closed, what we've got to work out is if I'm there at address, how much would I need to move my body towards the target and create shaft lean for that club face to be pointing straighter? So you can see that for me probably feels like I'm moving 4, 5, 6 inches maybe more towards the target. And don't worry whether your hips are sliding or anything for that for now. We want you to learn how you're going to move the body much closer to the target to square that club face up. So lift the club up nice and square, close it, make a couple of practice swings, feeling very excessive. And then hit the shot, taking some speed out to begin with. And we can see there, 76 mile an hour clubhead speed, low 0.6 inches ahead. I've turned the loft into 14.6, carry at 142, total at 155. And just a very different feel. And I work on this a lot face-to-face with golfers, that they're so used to trying to get the club moving fast, that actually if you close that club face and move towards the target, you're going to de-loft that club, get that low point further ahead, have that shaft lean and get the energy from the club into the ball. And straight away, even swinging slower there, we start seeing a pickup in distance. We're going to close that again. Normal backswing, shift much more towards the target, and we should get a much more square club face. So once again, feels like I'm putting nothing into that at all. A little bit quicker at nearly 79 mile an hour. Low point 5.3 inches ahead. Again, 14.5 launch, 141 carry, and 154 total. Now, the reason that we're working on this initially closing the club face, we need to get the body starting to shift towards the target much more aggressively. Most golfers are very poor at that, but the best players in the world are already starting to move towards the target before the club reaches the top. So we'd want you to do lots and lots of those. And like I said, this is taking speed out to hit the ball further. Even doing that little drill, if you then wanted to try and swing a bit more normal speed, what you should see is as you put a little bit more speed in, low point would be ahead, you'd get that nice ball and then ground contact, certainly launching the ball lower than normal and carry on that one at 156. Now, if you are enjoying today's video, I would love it if you took a second, if you don't already, just subscribe to the channel, maybe comment below, maybe share the video. The more content that you're engaging with, the more YouTube will push it out there and the more it'll help golfers play better golf. Now, the reason though that we're closing that club face is what the best players in the world do is as they get to the top of their golf swing, they actually twist that shaft and that actually flattens the wrist off and closes the club face. So if I went there and closed the club face, we can see how that wrist flattens off, and that's what the best players in the world do. So now we've got the body starting to shift. Now we're going to go back to being square with that club face. And as we're at the top of the swing or reaching the top, I want to feel that the logo on my glove points more to the sky. Now I know a lot of golfers say, well, when that's closing, I'm going to miss left. That's why we've done the first bit of the video. So that when you do that movement and now shift your body, you're going to get into that nice, powerful impact position, hit the ball better and further than ever. So we're now nice and square with that club face. We know as we're getting to the top, we're starting to shift, logo to the sky, and even taking a bit of speed out. Let's see what that gives us. So 81 mile an hour club speed, 4.1 inches ahead, 14-degree launch and 153 carry. Now, for any of you that were watching and paying attention early on, that 89 mile an hour clubhead speed I did was a high, soft landing fade. There's a little draw, so a very different shape as well. So again, I'm going to go for that little feel, just taking some speed out for now. Just a little bit thin, but again, same kind of speed, low point ahead, launching low and a good carry. Now, what I would say is if you're starting to move like this, you might start see those starting curving a little bit to the left, even doing this, because as I strengthen that club face and move towards the target, that's great. But if my club face was closed there, if my body was actually turning out the way more, that would actually open the club face a little bit more. So sometimes for me, when I swing a bit slower, my body doesn't open up fully, and that's where I get the ball going a little bit more left. So yes, I'm swinging slower, I'm hitting the ball further. Now, can I put speed back in with those little feels? And if I can, we just set up, make that swing a little bit more speed at 85 mile an hour, low point 4.3 inches ahead, carry at 153. So we'd have one more go just feeling that little bit more speed. You see 84 mile an hour, 4.7 inches after the ball, launching at just under 17 and carry at 157. And definitely when you are making those little changes, taking speed out is great because it helps heighten your awareness on what you're doing. But as you start feeling you're making those moves better and better, then if you really wanted to, you don't need to, you can then try and swing a little bit quicker with those movements. See 87 mile an hour club speed, low point 3 inches ahead, launching at 18 degrees and 167 carry. So remember, even though clubhead speed, an increase in clubhead speed is a key ingredient to hitting the ball further, actually striking the ball better, de-lofting the club and getting what energy you've got in the club into the ball is always the best way of doing it initially. And if you can make sure you can learn how you move your body towards the target and how you twist that club at the start of the downswing, you're going to hit the ball better than ever. But that little drill of just closing the club face at address, getting the body going properly to begin with, you might just play golf like that all the time and start hitting your irons longer and straighter than ever with even less effort.